You ever go in a post office before where they ask you all those questions? Liquid fragile, liquid perishable. So I got a new one. See, I made up a song to it. Well, it's part of a song I'm sure you're gonna know. Liquid, fragile, perishable, or is it hazardous? If I don't ask you this, my job will be precarious.
If you say it loud
Enough, you'll always be embarrassed. Liquid, fragile, perishable, or is it hazardous? A man came into mailbox, he said it's for his mother. I asked him all the questions and he said I was a nutter. He stormed right out to UPS. I guess he found another. Liquid, fragile, perishable, or is it hazardous? Um diddle I, there you go. That's it. Bye-bye. I've been in the Woods Hole Post Office for exactly 20 years. I've been in the Postal Service for 29 years. Started 20 years ago with old John Klink, old Johnny Rotten. Worked under him for several years, and then with Paul Iwasco. And then they pared the office down to the point where it was just me. So now, 'twas my kingdom. The best times of working here, I would have to say, was when I worked here with John Klink. He was one of the nicest men. He was an absolute riot to work with. We had a lot of fun here, and he was a great mentor for me. There was one occasion where they were building the handicap ramp over here, so they had to knock out the wall. And so they were over there with the sledgehammer and they banging on the door, and I was coming back from pie in the sky from lunch, and I could see the brick wall moving, you know, as they were pounding with the sledgehammer. And just as they were about to break through, just as they broke through, John was back here. He ran through the door and pushed the guys aside, and he said, "Get out of the way, get out of the way!" And he crawled through the hole in the wall. And so I was coming back from pie in the sky. All of a sudden I see the bricks tumble and there's like a bunch of dust, and out comes Johnny. And he goes, "I'm free, I'm free." And he says, "I always wanted to do that." While I was here, I learned how to play the bagpipes. I learned to play the pipes while Johnny was here, and I used to go out back and make all kinds of horrible noises. And in the wintertime, I'd actually go in the back corner of the building while Johnny was trying to wait on people, until he finally stuck his hands in his ears and he said, "Stop it, my ears are bleeding." So, but I tortured him for many years with the pipes until I finally kind of got the hang of it. And I played with the Highland Light Scottish Pipe Band, and then years later, my wife and I formed the Brian Brew Pipe Band of Falmouth. I had a great time here in Woods Hole. The people in Woods Hole are wonderful. I have lived in Woods Hole, so a lot of people are my neighbors, and we're former neighbors and friends. Because we're so isolated from the other post offices, we are a little non-conformist, and so we do things a little differently here. We don't conform to a lot of the regulations, which sometimes gets us into a lot of trouble. But we've been in trouble before, and we'll be in trouble again, so we really don't care. But the people in Woods Hole here actually kind of embrace that, being that they're very non-conformist themselves, and being the scientific community that it is. It's always been the hub of the social sort of focal point of the village. Take care. Cheers. Hello. Yes. And what do you have?
Now, if by chance we've forgotten to put a stamp, will you just put it on the side and give it to me tomorrow?
Hi.
I would like to send this the quickest way.
Quickest way, like overnight.
Yes.
It's $18.30.
Right.
Hi.
So like a package was delivered to my house or something? My
Yes.
mom was there, so I was
Yes.
supposed to come here.
Yes.
And I have this number.
Yes. Yes.
And an ID.
Yes. What's your name? We'll get mail here where it'll be just somebody's name, and we know, oh, okay, that's box so-and-so, or they're over on Juniper Point or something like that. I mean, that's happened. See, like this one, no box number, but we know who it is. These are all ones with no box numbers, but we know who they are. So I put them in. It's the least I can do, certainly. These boxes were right from the original post office in 1928. And a lot of families have them, the same box that their grandfather or great-grandfather had in 1928, which is, I find, absolutely amazing. And we try to keep it tidy. We do, we promise. And that's pretty much, that's all I had. Can't tell. Can't tell. I know more than I should. I know more. I know about you. I know about everybody. So I know about everybody who's got a box, pretty much. Well, you can't help but know about people's lives, because every box that's in here represents somebody's life, and somebody's life either good or bad. And in those 20 years, I've watched people go through good things in their lives, and I've watched people go through bad things in their lives. We've had a lot of the older folks that have been here. A lot of them passed, which is very sad. We've seen generations of people. I've had young women come up to me and say, "I remember you when I was a little girl," which is like totally flips me out. So I've watched people grow. I watched families grow. And I watch people come and go, and it's you know, like I say, every box in here, I could tell a story about every box in here, but I don't, because it's kind of like being a priest, you know, you gotta keep your mouth shut about stuff. But everybody's got their, you know, it's life. It's about life, and it's life good and life bad. I think if I hadn't been in Woods Hole, I would have left the Postal Service a long time ago. Yeah, I would have left the Postal Service and probably become a professional mourner or something, you know, something like that, or a plate spinner or something. But I wouldn't, you know, I certainly wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the opportunity to work here. I'm a professional musician. I have a band called Stage Door Canteen, which is a 14-piece swing band. It's been around for almost as long as I've been here, close to 20 years. I graduated from the Berklee College of Music in 1977. I was in the Navy band for 4 years, after which my father said, "You got to get serious about life and you got to have a real job," and he talked me into going into the post office, and that's where I've been ever since. We've been a focal point of the community and been part of the community. It's the one thing that I've always tried to do here at the post office, is be part of the community, because being the Postal Service, we serve the community. Service is all we have to offer, and personal service, and giving that little bit extra to a lot of people. And we've done that here in Woods Hole for as long as I've been here, and I know John Klink did it for the 20 years before that. So that's at least 40 years of personal service here in Woods Hole, which we've enjoyed, and we've enjoyed doing. Can't tell. Can't tell. I know more than I should. I know more. I know about you. I know about everybody.